Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. We are Married to Vinyl. Welcome to another edition of Micro Discographies.
Ooh,
Micro tiny.
Tiny.
You want to tell the folks out there, the fine folks, what is a micro discography again?
And I know if you've already seen our other episodes of Micro Discographies,
You know, you've watched them all.
You know the rules. Only one album, so
at
a
most.
band can only have at most one album. Sometimes they've just got one or two singles, you know.
That's the drill.
Or
the first,
EP or something, yeah.
The first couple, I think the first three we did only had singles.
Yeah,
Except for The Loft, which now they have a new album coming out, whatever. But kind of blew that one.
Yes.
But here we're going to a band. We're sticking in the 90s this time. Changing it a little change of pace. This is mid-90s, 1996 we're going to.
Yes.
What label?
Food
Records. So yes, we are in the Britpop era, so to speak. But don't be scared if you don't like Britpop. This kind of is a Britpop band. These guys are, I think, a lost band that could have gone on to great things. But
they're great.
Yeah.
I really enjoy their stuff. It is great. It's poppy and...
But it's not just Britpop.
It is not just Britpop.
Yeah,
so,
not at all. They don't sound like Blur or Menswear.
They're not like their label mates Blur, but they're definitely not a menswear. It's like, don't get me wrong, I love me some menswear, but...
Oh, we haven't even said who they are.
No,
okay.
Who are they?
That's a long way into it. Okay, the band is called Octopus. Not to be confused, there's a couple bands out there in the 70s, I think a Danish band and a UK band that were like psych, prog, whatever. So this is a Britpop era band called Octopus. This album is called From A to B. So they did have an album, one solid album, and they had a few singles which we'll get to. I wanted to start with the album because, okay, again, they're not just Britpop. Again, don't leave. If you don't like Britpop, they have this touch of psychedelia through them.
They do.
Like everything. I mean, they're definitely indie, psychedelic. You know, they are Britpopish. Then they named the band after Syd Barrett.
Yes.
The song Octopus from the Madcap Laughs. So that's kind of, we'll tell you a little bit. They do have Syd Barrett-isms. I think I said, it's like if Syd Barrett was leading a Britpop band.
Yeah.
What he would have done. So here it is, From A to B. And I think this album it's a From A to B journey, isn't it? It's really all over the place.
It is. And there's a little secret on there. Apparently the track listing or the...
I know.
Apparently there's some hidden...
message or meaning or something.
Nod to J.D. Salinger.
Oh wow, that's
on
right.
it, so nobody's ever been able to work it out. If anybody can work it out.
Oh yeah, and this says here on the cover, an octa game for infinite players. And that's why I wanted to show this first, because check this out. This is one of the coolest gatefold sleeves I think ever. Like, oh, can you see that? 3D, it's popping out into a full board game. Am I in there? Yeah.
There you go.
Is From A to B. And again, this album is a From A to B. It's like, don't get too, if you're loving one song, don't get too hooked on that because the next one's going to come and it's going to be totally different.
Yeah.
It's like every song is really, really different. They do not.
Changes all over the place. Yeah.
So that's the game board. It came with this. You're supposed to cut it all up. It's got this like a spin wheel. It's got all the little game pieces and little tokens, whatever. I've of course, never cut it up.
I know it's such a great. So obviously the label expected them to make big. To be big, but
even the CD.
Yeah, even the CD version has the little token.
Same one, same size. They should have made a bigger one for the vinyl, but okay.
Yeah, it is the same one.
But then you get the fold-out sleeve. It's kind of
full fold-out sleeve, which is the game board for the CD. So they put some money into them.
Yeah, they really
did. So
I
think they were expecting big things of these guys.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think it's a shame that they didn't get to go any farther, but all right, we can go quickly into their singles too.
Yeah, let's do it. So.
And again, these guys are on Spotify as well, and I think we're going to try to put a playlist. We'll have some of their B-sides too, which might not be on Spotify. Some of the B-sides are really a bit more Syd Barrett-ish, and really cool.
And like a lot of those bands from the 90s, their B-sides were just as
they were
as the A-side of the album tracks.
And we're in the era of multi-formatting or formatting, so get ready. So get ready for that. The first couple singles were not part 1 and part 2, but
so the first one we have
is called Magazine. That was their debut single. Everything they released was 1996. This made it to the UK charts at number 86. Little fun fact.
Yeah.
All right. The next single we don't have, it was called Your Smile. One of the best songs on the album, really good. It had, I don't know, I've never seen it. Again, this is a band too that I took a chance on back in the day. We didn't say that. Most of these bands so far are bands I just kind of took a chance on. I saw these CD singles for like a couple bucks around LA. I'm like, I think I might have read something about them. So I gave them a chance. I'm like, yeah, this is good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too, that album produced by Dave Francolini.
Oh yeah.
And in the last video we talked, there was Something Pretty Beautiful, the last episode. He was the drummer for a band called Levitation, which formed from the ashes, well, sort of the ashes of House of Love, Terry Bickers and Dave Francolini.
Yeah.
So yeah, he produced it, he co-wrote some songs. He was in Something Pretty Beautiful as well, so there's this whole connection there too.
Had a brief stint with them, so.
All right, so yeah, that second single again, Your Smile, that went to number 42 on the charts, so they were getting excited.
They were getting excited.
What's
and
the
then
next one?
the next one, we go to part 1 and 2.
Yep, and they all have different B-sides. And then, oh yeah, hold them up if you got, look at that. And I was a sucker for all the everyone thinks about the multi-formatting now as like, oh, that was such a scam, and I loved it. I went for all of it. I was like, oh, I didn't look at it like, oh, I got to pay for that. At the time, I was like, yeah, I get to buy 3 versions of the same.
Oh my Lord, they had you.
They really did. And look at that. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of got this marbly, see-through, translucent blue. Really cool. So again, they put money, yeah.
They really did put money into this band.
And this one this was saved. That went to number 40. So they just cracked the top 40.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna keep going up, and yeah, whatever. And then their last single.
Yeah, the last single again.
Jealousy.
CD 1 and 2.
And different cover for the 7-inch.
Yeah.
All different B-sides.
Yeah.
And then this one has, if you see it here, double groove.
Oh yeah, 2 different versions of the song.
On side A, if you depending on where you dropped it, it was like micro groove, whatever. Depending on where you drop it, you'll get a different version of the A side, which was pretty cool. Similar kind of vinyl. This one matches the cover really well, and you probably can't tell from here, but yeah, it's see-through, kind of multi, kind of really cool. We were flipping through some old magazines too to see if we could find anything.
We've got some old ones in there.
Old
so we found this ad for the album.
Yeah.
This is from Select magazine from November 1996. Select also did a review
on the
album on the next page. They give him what, 2 out of 5,
which it's much better than that.
They weren't entirely complimentary, but they did.
But they did. They said about
about
half of it they did quite like. They said.
Yeah.
So, but they said it didn't quite live up to.
So I don't think they were critical darlings.
No, they weren't. Definitely not.
So yeah, I can only imagine what Enemy or Melody Maker would have said.
I know.
About them
I didn't have any of those.
Yeah. So.
I feel like they're a band, and they talked about. I think in the review they talked about. Oh, they said they're going to be all weird and experimental, and they said that's the next album, whatever. So,
yeah.
But this does have some of that. Again, it's Britpop-ish, but it is a bit psychedelic. It's really all over the place.
I said they gave me a little trash can Sinatra's.
Oh yeah, but because they do have a bit of that orchestral vibe.
And I think some of his delivery gave me a little feel of that.
They're a bit more. Yeah, I think Trash Can's a bit more...
They're not Trash Can Sinatras, but I just got that vibe from them.
Yeah, I could see some of that. Like the more cinematic, string-laden songs. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like they're that's what this series is about. Bands that could have gone on to greater and bigger things, but just never happened.
Yeah, that was it. They probably got dropped by the label, and that was the end of Octopus.
You can find stuff there. I do have a Wikipedia there. I think, again, we said they're on Spotify. We'll put a little playlist too, and give them a chance. Let us know what you think. If you have this band, you know them, you like them,
let us know.
I still play this album regularly, probably a couple times a year.
And
all the B-sides too. I've made a whole CD compilation of their B-sides. It's all really good.
Oh yeah, they're so much fun. It's great, and the packaging. I mean,
the packaging is awesome.
It's just amazing.
That cover, I love that cover. That's one of my favorites. When I got that, I'm like, you got to be kidding.
I know.
All right, so another micro discographies.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
There will be a lot more to come. We got a lot of these to come.
Yes. Yeah. There's plenty of bands out there that meet the brief.
All right. Thanks again for watching, as always.
Thanks all. Bye.
See you next time. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We are Married to Vinyl. Oh.